Hey there, it's Enderverse. Today I'm doing a second episode of the underrated mod series. These aren't necessarily new mods, but are mods that have been around for some time, but got neglected due to bad marketing, crowding, and other factors. Now without any further ado, let's dive into the video. Gods and Heroes is an advanced mod that adds superheroes and gods in Minecraft. Among them is Superman. As you might expect, you can fly with this DNA, and is worth acknowledging the smooth flying and floating animations. Superman is also capable of roasting enemies with his laser eyes. Really, when you think about it, you're Superman, and you can do whatever you want. Furthermore, I've come to love the Speedster, aka Flash. It's needless to say that his speed is unmatched. I also appreciate how the author went the extra mile by animating the running, instead of simply giving players speed effect level 100. When running, lightning particles will follow you, and as you break the sound barrier, your image will start multiplying behind you. It's truly a magnificent show to observe. Naturally, no one is born a superhero. You will need to pump a certain syringe, much like Compound V if you are familiar with that one. This mod is criminally underrated and will forge a unique heroes and villains experience inside of Minecraft. Legendary Survival Overhaul is a newly developed mod, adding survival mechanics into the game. The mod is so advanced it easily rivals giants such as tough as nails. With this mod, the player will need to pay attention to many aspects of their health to stay alive. For instance, there is the issue of dehydration. When you are dehydrated, your vision will be distorted, your heart rate will accelerate, and drinking lake water might save you, but it can easily poison you to death. That's why the purification of water is necessary, and you may also slurp your favorite juice, which can save you from both dehydration and hyperthermia. Nature here, although tough, is designed to support the player's survivability, as there are water-packed plants which can help in life or death situations. Additionally, there is the issue of injuries. Fighting an evoker may easily render you disabled, as the evoker fangs bite into your knees, breaking your legs in the process. You may slip off some small injuries, but severe conditions require bandages. I encourage you, my friend, to give this mod a try. It is a special and honestly underappreciated mod in the genre of hardcore survival, as it brings a mod involving almost everything that has to do with survival. Despite the name hinting so, Packer Up is not a backpack mod. It's more like an upgraded type of bundle that specializes in carrying certain types of items or blocks. The first example of the bags is the tool bag, which can hold up to a large chest of tools and weapons. This will be an essential bag for when you don't have access to diamond or netherite materials, as iron and stone break very quickly. Additionally, there is the lunch bag, a bag that will help you store a small chest worth of food, with each sack holding up to 256 items. If full, this bag can easily supply you for months as you're exploring. There are also bags like the void bag that will help you destroy thousands of blocks at once. This will prove essential as piles of worthless andesite and granite accumulate in your inventory while mining. The ender pack is a bag that will rid you of having to place and mine ender chests with a silk touch pickaxe. This bag will grant you remote access to your ender chest, allowing you to withdraw and deposit any item anywhere you go. This is a highly freeing mod, as it streamlines storage in the game, allowing you to hold a warehouse worth of stuff in your inventory at all times. This means more physical and mental space to work with. Even more magic is an underrated magic mod with a lot of amazing effects and abilities. To begin, structures are not just for show, they are purpose-driven, as they are built with new blocks that can be used for sorcery. Speaking of new blocks, some are very enjoyable to try, while others are quite helpful in the context of witchcraft and magic. Now let's talk about the good stuff. The mod has scrolls and wands, some of which are demonic and should never be left in the hands of reckless sorcerers. Others can be used as a means of fleeing the battlefield, as they push back mobs. You can also use some wands collaboratively to force fight and flight type of attacks, which can make you practically invincible. I've enjoyed this mod so much because it's simple and doesn't demand elaborate progression to use many, if not any, of these spells. Better Climbing is a mod that has to do with climbing ladders up and down. It is a very important mod for when you have a castle with lots of ladders. For starters, The mod makes you descend quicker if you look down, and you have no idea how useful this could be when you are descending long ladders. In addition, the mod speeds up the ascending after exactly 3 seconds of climbing. This is also a very good addition, but not that good realism-wise. This mod will also release players of the anguish that comes after not being able to go down ladders placed like this. It is an issue I've been personally suffering from, and it would not be an exaggeration to say that this mod has lifted this misery off of my shoulders. Terramity is a heavyweight mod, including bosses, structures, and weapons. Many structures here seem a bit post-apocalyptic, being secured establishments that have clearly been abandoned. Other structures, however, are quite mysterious and have a very advanced type of building. Terramity also features a large arsenal of armors and weapons, alternating between modernistic and magical. I've also grown to love the guns here. They are simple, yet realistic. A great example of this is how some pistols knock back their users, along with having incredible reloading animation along the way. The bosses are probably what lured you to the mod in the first place, and rightfully so. These monsters are of creative concepts. For instance, I'm currently fighting a super sniffer. This boss, in particular, is very smart, as it will use sorcery techniques to swap places with the player, which I believe is inspired by the clapping technique used by Todo. At a certain point, this boss can have attacks where they collect energy and project it into the player, much like Gojo's red technique. After a while, the boss will enter a second phase and start shooting a concentrated purple beam at you. Finally, the Super Sniffer will accumulate his powers in one final attack, forming a large ball of energy and dropping it like a bomb, much like when Jogo fought Sukuna. And yeah, the anime references just keep going. As a mod showcaser, I've always struggled when traveling interdimensionally, constantly having to build nether portals or, God forbid, locate a stronghold. Thanks to this mod, this friction has been lifted. You can now travel to any dimension using a simple command. Sure, you may have concerns about suffocation, but this is only a one-time issue, easily solved with a pickaxe in the nether and an elytra in the end. With time, players can build landing stations to ease travel, as the mod always teleports you to the same spot. Banging butterflies is all about these insects. With this mod, you can do things like capturing butterflies and putting them in bottles, which makes for a nice decoration or a way to release them in your garden. The mod is quite realistic, as caterpillars spawn on leaves, form crystallizes, and blossom into pretty butterflies in the end. Maybe call in your gaming partner and catch butterflies together. See if you can find the rare types like the lava variants. This mod gradually increases your movement. It goes from walking slowly to light jogging, which is faster, all the way to running, which is the fastest. There is also a stamina system that prohibits you from running for too long. This feature can be relevant if you'd like to create a harsh realism mod pack. Come on, Stacey, it's your big day. Believe me, this will hurt me more than it will hurt you. This is not an animal cruelty mod, but it's actually quite helpful, as it allows you to extract more leather and meat from slaughtered cattle, in addition to providing new types of cuts along with the bones and the head. Butchery can be done anywhere. Maybe it's a panda in the jungle, a goat in the freezing mountains, or maybe, if truly desperate, a villager in the desert. This mod is quite enjoyable, and hey, it's halal for my Muslim brothers out there. Immersive Winds is a visual mod that makes smoke tilt according to the wind. This feature is so subtle that you probably won't even notice it most of the time. But once you do, it immerses you more into the game as you start feeling the presence of the wind. Oh, the Biomes We've Gone is a part of the Biomes You'll Go mod for 1.20. Among the 50 plus biomes in this mod, I've stumbled across vast wheat fields that look like heaven, obscure forests where trees have white leaves, enchanted big forests that radiate magic, and amazing colorful sands with unique formations. There is also a seamless transition between one biome and another, as well as special effects like falling leaves and other particles observed. This port has been eagerly awaited by thousands of people, so I had to shed light on the mod while it's still fresh. Gallant Gauntlets are like boxing gloves. They come in 4 variants, can be dual-wielded and fought with, and to my surprise, have a special animation when used with the Better Combat mod. As mentioned earlier, these gauntlets are considered weapons. You can wear a pair of netherite gauntlets and demolish enemy creatures with ease. If you seek even more strength, you can wear them alongside swords. They will hit mobs while the sword is cooling down, which can be a deadly combination. These gauntlets are a great substitution for shields, as they not only add extra points of armor, but also serve as a secondary melee weapon. Illager Additions introduces new types of raiders. First to mention is the Magician. This mob only attacks from a distance, and his attacks are quite flashy. Another type is the Guard. There is the Casual Guard, who is moderately tough to kill as it is fast and fights skillfully. Along with the Royal Guard, who is quite durable and performs wing slashes like in anime shows. Samurais included the Normal Samurai, a skilled Japanese warrior who slashes and jumps backwards to evade counterattacks. He can be a pain to defeat, but is nothing in comparison to the Shogun. The Shogun is practically untouchable and is have good aim and quick reflexes. So try to stand and watch his movements carefully. Honestly, the animations can be a bit rigid, but generally speaking they look amazing. With some fine tuning, this could easily become an outstanding option in the combat mod genre. What? World generation mods are usually the most popular due to their scarcity in the market. However, this isn't the case with Outdoorsy. This world generation mod includes a few effective features for Minecraft, focusing on things like making trees taller, double the height of vanilla, and making them bushier, with branches extending out of the trees. New blocks are also present, pebbles can be found on the floor, and new log types are added in biomes like swamps, all of which contribute to a feeling of freshness within the game. I'm quite happy that more world generation mods are entering the scene. Just a few months back, I could literally count these types of mods on my fingers. Toes included, but you get the point. DropConfirm is a mod that does exactly what its name suggests. It asks you to confirm whether you are willing to throw the items away. You can confirm by double-clicking Q. This is a cautionary mod that will benefit paranoid people like me, as it prevents any accidental disposal of important items and tools. Tax Deep Villager is a unique mod as it adds villages underwater. With the right shaders, these villages can look terrific from the outside and the inside. The underwater villages are massive. They have multiple rooms filled with villages and encased with glass to prevent the water from leaking in. Walking around these villages made me feel like I'm in a space station. I don't know if I'm the only person who feels this way, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. This mod is super underappreciated. It is being constantly updated and maintained by the author, along with being a special option on the market. I'm quite familiar with ocean villages, but underwater villages? Now that's a new one. The Furniture Beetle mod adds all kinds of furniture, from chairs and trophies to functional furniture like the furnace. Unfortunately, the chairs are not functional, which forced me to sit on the ground instead. The mod also includes outdoor furniture, which is perfect for gardening, as it provides special options to work with. While this mod is not yet updated to 1.20.1, it does receive updates habitually, so a port may be on its way, though that's not confirmed. This is a small visual mod that smooths out the animation when you look around on horseback. Although subtle, this mod can make the game feel a little less rigid. Marvelous Menagerie is a mod filled with plenty of prehistoric animals. As seen in the intro of the video, the Ophthalmosaurus is arguably the highlight of this mod. Its animations are fluid, with its eyes also being alive and moving. This is probably a prehistoric version of the dolphin, but unlike the animal, Ophthalmosaurus can be tamed and ridden. Riding this aquatic creature is very fun, and it's quite fast, helping you swim through oceans very quickly. Ophthalmosaurus is also capable of defending itself and its master, biting offenders and killing them in a few seconds. The mod also includes plenty of land creatures. The elephant bird is a prehistoric version of the ostrich, and the savanna is its natural biome. The Joseph is a mammal that loves sitting next to the beach. I don't even have to tell you which animal was derived from the Joseph. This mod is extremely well made and balances enjoyment with amazing animations, although the animations can glitch and lag with shaders, so be on the lookout for that. These types of mods are not easy to find, since good mods usually gain attention very quickly. The purpose of this series, however, is to help identify great mods while they are still fresh, and give a chance to other great mods that are often ignored due to bad marketing. If you know of a mod that you feel deserves more recognition, comment it down below. Like and subscribe to keep up with the series, and I'll see you in the next one, my friend.